Careful, dude. Belita. Oh. Will you? Belita. Oh. Good job. Hi. I'm Denise. This is my daughter Bella. And I'm here to tell you a little story. So, yesterday at like, I'm gonna say it was about 10, she woke up, so I changed her butt, and she had poop in her butt. And let me tell you, this girl poops. And it's like these grown adult poops. They stink really bad. They make you want to throw up in your mouth. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go throw this outside because it's gonna stink up the whole apartment.
That's it.
Yeah, that's you. You stink. Oh, you need to pick it up? Oh, okay, I'll pick it up. Here, don't drop it. And so I changed her butt, so she's just walking around the apartment, right? And I go outside. I leave her inside because it's just a lot of effort to take her to go throw the trash away, which takes me like a minute to walk out to the dumpster. And as I'm coming back, the door's locked. She has developed a habit of climbing onto her couch, and then from our couch, it's so close to our door. She plays with the lock, but she's never been able to lock it all the way. Well, this time she did. So she locked my ass out, right? So I'm kind of standing there, like, letting it sink in that she's inside, I'm outside, I can't get inside, the door's locked, and the windows are locked. So before you're like, oh, you're a bad mother, you should have taken her outside. Who takes their child outside just to throw the trash out, to come back inside? If we go outside, she has, that means we're going somewhere. Yes. Yeah, I'm the victim. So, anyways, so I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I was just like, well, I'll call the maintenance office. Well, yesterday was Sunday, so the office is closed. And I didn't know the number to the emergency maintenance people. Because there's a maintenance person that lives within the complex for emergencies. And I didn't know, so I go to my neighbor's apartment and I asked her, I was like, hey, do you have the maintenance number? She goes, oh, maybe, honey. Come on inside. What's going on? I was like, well, Bella locked the door when I went to go throw the trash out, and she's inside, and as you can see, I'm outside. And she's the sweetest old lady. And can you let me tell the story? And if you tell it, no one's gonna understand you. You don't speak English. So she starts freaking out. She goes, oh my God, yeah, let me go get someone to help. Because my internet's out. I don't know, her internet being out and then her having the number, I don't know how that relates, but she's like super sweet. So she goes to another neighbor, like across our building, and she goes, Diane, the baby's locked inside, Diane, the baby. So the neighbor comes out. She's like, oh my God, what baby? What happened? Is the baby okay? So I'm assuming that this neighbor thinks she doesn't know that the baby is this baby, and everybody in my complex know this baby is a crackhead. She'll go and jingle people's like doorknobs, and they'll open it and be like, hi Bella, what's up, and then close the door, because that's what she does. She likes to say hi to people. But she ends up having the number, and all you can do for the maintenance people is leave a message and wait till they get back to you. So that's what we're doing. And we're over here trying to like open any window or the sliding glass door, but they're all locked, so we can't. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was like, if we end up having to break a window, I'm gonna need a police report for my insurance. So I end up calling 911 saying it's not an emergency, and the firemen come out, and they're like doing the best they can without having to break anything, right? And then so they're just like, oh, so how did this happen? I was like, well, let me just start by telling you that my daughter is a force. She's a force of nature, is all I can say. She does what she wants. she's me but little. Things just happen to us because we're crackheads and out of our minds. And she locked the door when I went to go throw the trash out. I'm like, oh, how old is she? She's 1.5, a little over, like 17 months. I'm like, oh, does she talk? And I was like, no, she doesn't talk. Will she understand you? I was like, she understands, but she doesn't do what I want her to do. So if it doesn't convenience her, she's not going to do it. They're like, okay, well, you can hear her jingling the door and giggling. And then I'm just like, Belita, stop. And you can hear her on the other side just go, oh. She was like, oh, and then knock on the door while me, the two neighbors, and the firemen are outside trying to like get in the apartment. So then I end up calling a locksmith, and they say, oh, it's gonna take 20 to 30 minutes for them to come out. Well, I'm just like, well, that's not possible because, well, my kid's inside, and she can't be alone for 30 minutes. Not because I had the stove on or because, you know, she's gonna go drown in the toilet, but because she's a freaking just mischievous person. So we're all like, the firemen are all laughing because she's like inside having a great time, and you can hear her watching her TV show and playing her toys. And you go to the sliding glass door and you tap on the glass, and she'll like slide the blinds and be like, hi, and then close them, and then you could hear her running back away. So we're like, oh my god, right? So we're waiting for the locksmith. The firemen are still trying to get inside. I'm just freaking out. My old lady neighbor is freaking out even more. She's like, how are you not freaking out more? And I was like, well, freaking out's not going to solve anything. It's not going to get me in the apartment faster, and it's not going to, you know, rectify the problem. So the maintenance guy, he knows my apartment just because he knows my daughter. We go on walks, and like I said, he lives in the apartment, so we've been here for 3 years. So he's like, comes running, goes, oh my god, I'll go get the key, I'll be right back, let me just go to the office. So he's like sprinting, and I'm just like, thank you. So I'm just like, oh Lord. So I have to call the locksmith guy and be like, hey. Yeah, this is your fault. No. Your fault. So he comes sprinting back, and so the firemen have to come in first because they haven't heard her say anything in a minute, so they have to come in first to see if she's okay or anything, just so that I'm not in the way in case of any medical emergency. So they come in, and one of them comes out, and they say, we can't find her. Well, she likes to hide. So I was like, she's either in the closet, in the bathroom, in the cupboards under the sink, or in my bedroom under one of the bedside tables. So they're like, okay. So they come back inside, and they're just laughing. And they call me in. They're like, hey, she's fine. You can come pick her up. She's sitting under a table, under the bedside table in my room, eating chocolate. Just having the time of her life, eating chocolate while she's like creating this mess outside, right? So I'm just like, oh my god, Belita. And I pick her up, and I was like, you don't deserve chocolate. Give me the chocolate. And that's when she starts crying. So everyone just thinks it's the funniest thing ever. She's just having the time of her life. She's like, yeah, mom's not inside. Party time. Let me eat these chocolates. Because we don't really give her any sweets or anything like that, like candy-wise. Or at least we try not to. So she starts crying because she can't have the chocolate anymore. And lo and behold, she's already been eating like 4 of them. So the fire department people were like super nice, and they were super helpful, like super supportive. They're like, hey, you know, it's fine, you know, stuff like this happens. This is, you know, not the worst thing that has happened, like, you know, good thing. They're like, it's actually pretty funny because, you know, she has all these people worried about her, and she's having a party inside eating chocolates. And so they leave laughing, but they try to give her stickers first, and I was like, no, don't give her stickers, because she's gonna think, well, this is a game and I got a prize at the end, let me do this again. So I was like, no, it's okay, like, she doesn't need a sticker, thank you, I appreciate it though. And she's just like, bye to everybody. And yeah, and I got back in my apartment, and that's what happened to me yesterday. I was locked out of the apartment by a 1.5-year-old. And I'm just saying, she's like, might have been like neglect on my part, but she's crazy. She's a crackhead. And I'm a crackhead. And we're a hot mess.